Hey there. My name is Keely Schmidt, and I am actually a 31 consultant. So I have a bag business, and I had the fortunate experience of searching online for someone to help me with my social media. And High Vibe Social came up, and actually, in one of the first items, which told me that this person knew what they were doing. Um, and I filled out a online form, and within, gosh, minutes probably, um, I had a message from Dee Dee, and she was phenomenal. I mean, from the moment we spoke, because she obviously wanted to make sure that that I was invested in my business, because she puts absolutely everything into her business and in turn her customers. And so we talked initially for, I want to say, close to an hour about what I was looking for. She was excellent at being able to communicate on the phone about just what the needs were, and whether whether for one it was a good match, and two, what would be the priorities, because I always want to try and do it all. And doing it all, I was flailing at everything. And so she was really good at being able to ask me questions about, where I was having success and what was, where I was getting some traffic. And for me, that was Pinterest. Well, I had a Pinterest account gifted to me that I had let sadly slide. And then I had a Facebook page that was just starting. I had some people in there, but I really wanted to attract more to my Facebook group and page. And so she helped me to narrow it down, to not focus on Instagram and all the other little things I was trying to do, and to really focus on those. And in that process, she was amazing at helping me to reorganize my Pinterest boards and into a way that made much more sense. She actually was able to see where things were set up still way incorrectly. I mean, and she helped me to fix that. She helped me to come up with new ideas. And just in that respect, I mean, she was just a huge resource and gift. And on my Facebook page, she implemented actually like the messenger, which comes up, and I had an increased amount of messages just after a couple months. And she was very good about knowing what would be good to boost and push out there further, and what was just keeping it in people's feeds. And so she and I, in my customer base grew, people liked it more, and I truly was feeling like I actually could trust like somebody. I mean, I am not a fan of doing those things, and she was phenomenal. She asked me for information about my business, and she dug right in and learned it. I mean, she took the initiative to figure out what a home-based party business is for selling bags. She asked me for materials that we give to consultants like me, so that she would be able to have my perspective. She subscribed to some of the customer groups, so that, and my main company's page, so that she could learn about my business. I mean, and that was all her, and she dug in. And at first I thought, oh, I'm going to need to, create the graphics for her so that it's specific. And I spent some time doing that. And she had asked, do you have stock graphics? And I was like, well, yes. But I thought, oh, whatever, I wasn't sure about doing that, but I thought, okay, we'll try it, because she's been amazing. And so we figured out a way to share that worked for both of us, and she was great at that, at being able to find ways to communicate in that way too, by sharing files. And so in our situation, it worked to use Google Docs. And so I uploaded a whole bunch of our stock imagery, and I can tell you, in the first 3 days, I was just like, oh my gosh, she is so talented. The creativity that she came up with, that went with the graphics that she had already figured out were already going on in my company's Facebook page that I hadn't even been looking at. I was I was elated and ecstatic and just giddy, because I felt like I could take that off my plate. I mean, she truly, I mean, was able to take it and run. And I really like that, not having to babysit, but being able to know she is completely engaged in it and knows what she's doing and isn't posting stuff that isn't true or accurate. I mean, it she is a gift. I mean, I am so grateful that I was able to find her in, online and have this opportunity to work with her. She absolutely was so good at being able to, when she had questions, she'd either call or she'd send a message. I could always reach her. I mean, and I actually will say that I even had a major health crisis during this time that her and I were working together. And she was absolutely amazing at being able to say, you take care of yourself, and I know what I'm doing as long as you give me what's this next month stuff. And I could do that, and I could let it go and know, okay, I'm still not I'm still open for business, because she has absolutely, engaged and learned it, and was really truly bringing 31 out or to customers and bringing customers in. And so I could not be more happy, with the work that she has done. I really, anybody who has the opportunity, I think, to work with her is going to wish they could work with her forever. And I have this feeling she's going to grow and grow and grow, and get bigger. And I am a tiny little business in my basement, and I have been so blessed by the time I've gotten, to have her work with me and teach me. I've learned things along the way, and yeah, she's very creative in being able to come up with ideas, to kind of always be thinking about marketing and what we're putting out there, and making sure it's stuff that can, like, especially on Pinterest, that lasts. So it was categorized and not a time-based thing, because I did a lot of things based on time. So yeah, I just really could not be more satisfied and grateful for the work she did. She is truly phenomenal, and I truly thank you, Dee Dee. So um, I appreciate it, and I know that if I can implement and keep going with some of the things you've set up for me, I'm going to really, I believe, continue to grow because of what you've done. So thank you, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed.